on my health. Hearing got clearer. Started on this path, now I got the agenda. Never looking back, forward I go. Remember how Lot's wife turned into Saul. When you can't figure it out, don't know what's your next move. Give it all to God, baby, stay in tune. I'm in tune, I'm in tune, a big move. I'm in tune, catch this groove, so are you. I'm in tune, a big move. Catch this groove, I'm in tune, so are you. Now I'm living happy, negativity can't attack me. I fought some battles, but I left them scratch free. Focusing on building up my family. We pray for better days, not a year. Even if it's looking blurry, have no fear. See it clearly in your mind, it appears. Celebrate early, let's toast and cheer. I'm in tune, a big move. I'm in tune, catch this groove, so are you. I'm in tune, a big move. Catch this groove, I'm in tune, so are you. I'm in tune, a big move. I'm in tune, catch this groove, so are you. So are you. I'm in tune, a big move. Catch this groove, I'm in tune, so are you. In tune.
This subliminal has been created to give you rapid results in attracting more money, wealth, and abundance with ease. You will not be able to hear the affirmations as we are bypassing your conscious mind and going straight to the subconscious mind, which is able to hear the affirmations even if your conscious mind cannot hear them. This is done intentionally for rapid results, as your conscious mind cannot reject the affirmations since it cannot hear them, and thus the affirmations go straight to your subconscious mind. Listen to this audio anytime during the day for the next 30 days at least. Do not listen to this while driving or operating heavy machinery. This will rapidly shift your mind to accept new beliefs that otherwise would seem impossible for you. Let's begin.
Thank you for joining this cosmic energy tune-up for Taurus season. We have tuned this tune-up with the all wealth spell. The intention is I have all power. I have all knowledge. I have all presence. This is an affirmation pack. You are welcome to use, distribute, and incorporate. However, you can also say, I have all power, I have all knowledge, I have all magic. Okay. Two powerful messages that came during the tune-up portion were for the sacral and the root chakra. And the two words that seem to define this Taurus season for you are sacral authority and root revelation. So we're going to get back to that too. But also, when I did the cosmic connection portion, my body started twitching. So, like, I don't know if some of you felt more heightened quality or sensitivity like 10 to 15 minutes in, but the planets are locked in. Universe is locked in. You want to expect massive wealth very rapidly, as if it's already yours, and you still have. And I have the ultimate manifestation playlist that you can watch. I recommend the first two videos. This will also like give you immediate results. Okay. I have all power. I have all knowledge. I have all presence. You're welcome to say that as many times as you want for the rest of Taurus season. This is the all wealth spell. Fully encompasses everything. It's like a full-on package. Boom. Given that Taurus is the I have, we didn't go for a we are or we have, because that's more of a collective Aquarius thing. As the collective I, we all have the ability to invoke what we have. So, boom, this is the all wealth spell. And you better believe I have all the protection in the world. All right, so we're going to do a quick diagnostic checkup with this Demon Slayer deck. Yeah. So we have a past, present, future spread and set up. The bottom card here is going to be the underlying theme of this Taurus season for you, and what we'll say is the supernatural breakthrough. Okay, the underlying supernatural breakthrough tip is the world. You can't make this up. So this supernatural breakthrough is a crystallization and completion. It's like building an entire world that fully sustains your own economy and your own vision. It's literally like if you built a Sims and you're able to, create an entire livelihood just based on this world. The supernatural tip here is the fulfillment that you are tying in everything you've been going through together, especially if you are coming into or blossoming or completing a Saturn return. So there is now a world class level with which you'll be engaging, which will probably have you have to travel across the world. But yeah. Now, another supernatural breakthrough tip here is, especially with this all wealth spell, this is having you now tap into the inner world within you, the universe within everyone, the God in you. Okay. As you now say the all wealth spell and repeat that, I have all power, I have all presence, or I have all power, I have all knowledge, I have all presence. That vibration is going to be like waves that sift into the water. And what's going to rise up from your subconscious is all the doubt. It's going to emit a frequency that whatever like negative projections are at you, they're going to try and reinforce the previous frequency. So you're going to experience that as like doubt, like, no, you don't, or no, or whatever. And that means it's working. If any resistance comes when you say that, especially if it's hard resistance, that means it's working. So you want to just keep sustaining that, and you're going to hear it rise up. And this is you tapping into the completion within. So there's a sense of wholeness and completion that is not only going to be like a complete unit. It's like, imagine if a Fortune 500 company gave you your own franchise, but instead of just like making another store of theirs, they want you to create like your own world, your own like functioning world here that like you can incorporate. And yeah, it's like everything you kind of learned and experienced is taking you to the peak of your success. And then this is also the peak of your success. And then it's also milestone victory. Yeah. So yes, this is Kanye West graduation. Okay, the third album. Boom. All right. Summit. The peak. All right. So the first card we have, where we're coming from, is the moon card. Especially with the balsamic phase, the dissolvement of Pisces really helped you tap in through your imagination to the deeply metaphysical, transpersonal, and subconscious aspects of yourself that communicate with you beyond the need for inductive, deductive reasoning, processing, rationalizing. And it's through symbols and synchronicities and your own quirks and your own like weirdness that you have allowed to arise what arises, to integrate. You can call it shadow work. The moon is understanding the latent connection within all things, but also revealing things aren't as they seem. Even though you're seeing one layer of an experience, there's different interconnected layers that are kind of competing for focus, but also dancing. So you have unlocked a new depth in super psychic abilities, and they're rad and they're totally cool. And you're going to explore that. All right. Albeit this is the past. So this was like last night. For those of you feeling like crazy energetic shifts, you don't want to fight the force. You want to surrender. And the only reason why you're continuing to experience that is you're fighting it. You're having anxiety because you're fighting it. And you have to really just kind of like give in. give in to the dark side, of course. I mean, at present, we have, okay, the Tower card. So this is just destruction and brimstone, just chaos everywhere, heads flying, people running in fear of their lives, just certain destruction, just chaos once again. If I didn't mention before, everywhere. So it's not like there's anywhere you can run to. It's just like a moment of realization that, protected structures you trusted, which is why you made it a structure, and you plant your feet firm on, are just crumbling in front of your face as there's despair, and you're just falling down rapidly at a very fast pace, and everything around you is just falling down as well. It's just overall very terrifying and genuinely haunting. So we have this card for the present moment, and I think this is, really indicative of like breakthrough and just instant developments. And I think it's interesting following the moon that's just going to like strike down Jesus' judgment and really illuminate and enlighten what's moving forward. I'll tell you what, anything that is, you know what I'm saying, like not gravy or cool in your life is probably not going to have the structure or foundation to follow suit. But I'm thinking that this Tower moment is going to shake things up. And that means this next card we pull for the future, the next step, is going to happen quite immediately. It's just going to have like a sudden, unexpected moment. All right, let's see what that card is. Okay, we do have the Empress. All right, I'm not going to hold you. For some of you, that might mean unexpected pregnancy. All right, I wouldn't wish that on any of you who don't want that, right? But this looks like unexpected abundance right now. And this could be if pregnancy in a really good way where maybe you've been wanting to be fertile with something. So like the Empress is talking about instant abundance. The Empress is talking about instant plentiful bounty. And the segue from the moon card is quite significant because it's almost as if you dreamed all of this into reality and it happened instantly. All right, this twin aspect I like here with the Tower, Pisces, Mars, and Venus. Okay, 9 instant babies, just like that. You feel me? Lightning quick, pregnant with ideas. There is an emphasis here on being a fly ass motherfucker and just being so untouchable because your swag is drenched and oozing, and people are just looking at you with this otherworldly, etheric quality, like you are quite literally an anime character. So this lets me know that this is like some kind of Sailor Moon transformation that you're unlocking so that you can express the latent depths of your sexiness to the world, as we have here, as is very necessary, because God knows that you're clearly the sexiest person alive. And, it's time for you to really just express how beautiful you are. You have like this anime fantasy vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's like senpai. It's giving like otaku-chan. Like you're really able to like pause in moments, and some of your hair just drips in the way right at the perfect time, and you have like this charm. So it's gonna attract you a lot of abundance. For some of you, I feel like this is the Empress just materializing. You know what I'm saying? You becoming this Empress, this really just luxurious, high quality, like, hmm, you know. So, all right, we're going to close out with. Oh, I split the deck, and the Emperor came out. I don't know. We're going to close with, a pick a card reading. Why not? And yeah, okay. We're gonna do 4 pots. I want to kind of go deeper into what this root revelation is and the sacred point, because with those two, you are grounding a very powerful root revelation. So your root chakra is going to reveal the completion of who you are deeper down to your core. And this is going to pronounce sacral authority. So there's almost a certain quality of, you know what I'm saying, um, latent emotions and a feeling of like your own sacral chakra that you may not be used to, but will feel more complete. And it's all rooted in this root revelation. It is a root core revelation about yourself that, you know, has been supported by synchronicities and source. Trust me, bros. You know what I'm saying? I hate to say this, but some of you have the most powerful source. Trust me, bro. Moments. And like, it's a thing. It's a thing. Like, your only source for the validity of your experience, you're just going to have to trust me here. And I think you're going to take that more seriously because this root revelation is one that's like demonstrative, demonstrative, and it's really kind of kicking into gear now with sacral authority that will almost have you access the Sea of Tree Chi, like a thunder dragon that's kind of like in its third arc before the finale of maybe one of the greatest television shows of all time. Okay, so we're gonna do, of course, 4 piles. This is pile 1. This is pile 2. This is pile 3. This is pile 4. Okay, all right. Okie dokie, son. Okie dokie, son. So yeah, group revelation and sacral authority. Yeah. All right. So the underlying theme that we have is the world again. This is. I was shuffling it. I saw. I was like, all right, we're going. This. The world is once again just fulfillment, completion, success. I'm getting like fully conscious, fully integrated conscious model, sustainable unit, and development. Okay, it's like its own infrastructure in ecosystem. Yeah, feel me? So whatever mainframe or game engine you got or engine you got, it's legit. Yeah, it's completeness and completion. Okay, I'm picking up right now. The secret formula is complete. For some of you, I'm channeling this right now from a ghost named Hypnosis Osmosis in the 8th dimension, and its pronouns are actually it, not they them, and it's telling me that some of you have been working on a secret formula and recipe. Okay, some of you have been working on a secret formula and recipe, and that the secret recipe is complete. That you have been working on the secret formula for a while, and I think like 3/4 of the way, you might have questioned if maybe you were just crazy or delusional, and maybe you just made this up. Like, you're totally not on the verge of just completing some kind of thesis or just some kind of foundational, groundbreaking discovery. And it was really the first quarter of this journey that just kind of sparked you forward and just was like, whoa, I think I'm onto something here. I think I figured out the secrets of the universe. It's like your own secret formula. Hypnosis, osmosis is telling me. And like why that's significant, why this 8th dimensional entity is telling me this is significant once again, is because, you know, the after the 1/4 where you feel like you were on to something with your work, you started in gaining more experience and wisdom, started to maybe be thinking that like, okay, maybe I was hyping things up. Maybe, you know, maybe because what started to work initially, now you're thinking maybe that was just a coincidence, and maybe I'm not like this is not the greatest discovery that I've had, and you had a little bit of like movement here or there, and you're just not sure. And hypnosis osmosis wants me to let you know your secret formula is you're coming back full circle. Like you're realizing that you were on this subject the entire time, and what you thought was uncertainty principles. I just want to say that to you. What you thought was uncertainty was actually you, completing the secret. It's a trade secret. So we're gonna do pile 1. Thank you, Hypnosis Osmosis. I do appreciate you. Pile 1. What we have, right? For the root revelation that we see is happening, or rather, let's say the root revelation of who you are, what you have, whatever this is, Pawan. When I said that, I felt this heavy touch, like, whoo. So right off the bat, I didn't see the cards. Will this be available? Yes, we'll keep this available for the rest of the weekend. Whatever this root revelation is, Pawan, it's very heavy. Okay, watch me pull like the lovers card. Whatever this card is, I got like very heavy, like, whew, wow, like this is a hardcore revelation. So what do we have for you? We pick part 1. We have the High Priestess. So that's very interesting. The High Priestess is really literally silent voice. That's faint. All right, not weak, but faint. All right. So you're like ungodly psychic. Like, I think this is a root revelation at the depths of your core that might almost hit you over the head with a brick in the form of just synchronicities, right? It's like you don't even have synchronicities. Every single moment of your day is a synchronicity to the point that it's not even a synchronicity anymore. But without overusing the word synchronicity, this, I think, represents possibly oh, okay. This, I think, represents. How about now? Yeah, I think we're good. This, I think, represents a mystery of sorts, uh, a mystery that isn't necessarily defined by dogma. So, part 1, there's almost like a secret mystery that is being unveiled, almost maybe like something that would be deemed heretical. When what let's say Christians, let's say, or people who are wrapped up in whatever dogma, regardless of religion or not, there's a meme, what they see as evil or the devil, and then you'll think it's the devil card. But what they really see as the devil card, maybe without knowing, is the High Priestess. Because the High Priestess is a form of spirituality that is not bound to any tradition or sacred rites. It's like practicing certain rites that might go against or a lot in alignment or complement, right? But it's like even the concept of a priestess or the demonization of a witch, right? I think this is, if Pile One, a powerful core root revelation for you that kind of establishes the validity, efficiency, and potency of your own intuition and your own depth of psyche, uh, spiritual and psychic powers and whatnot, and magic. All right. Yeah, this is, I think it's going to be very, very powerful, very deeply powerful. So, what is the sacral authority that we are establishing, Pawan? So, we do have the Lover's card. And that's very interesting. Okay. So the Lover's card in the sacral chakra is so much depth of good feeling and so much fluidity and effortlessness and smoothness of expressing your sexual energy, right? When your sacral chakra is blocked, right, and your emotions you feel blocked, it's like you're not able to really feel that desire or pleasure, maybe because of shame or guilt. And like the Lover's card is just like free flowing. And then with the High Priestess, the Lovers and the High Priestess is a very powerful and maybe hypnotic psychic connection. um it's a spiritual and psychic connection between two people that could be felt across distance. um i I get a mutual sense to this, so even if one person may not be aware because the other person feels it more strongly or powerfully, there still is at the very least a basic mutual resonance that both will attest here to feel. So the sacral authority is very sexual. If we got the Devil's card, I would say you're a freak, right? But the Lover's card is a lot healthier. You know what I'm saying? It's more romantic too. It's like you know, wow, that's very interesting. It feels very good. It's like there's no fears or inhibiting. Then nothing's inhibiting your desire to share your love too. You don't. There's no fear behind it. And now the outcome, the message and revelation for wealth for you is the Strength card. So the Strength card is diabolical because this is talking about damn near unlimited energy, fun, frolics. It's you really tapping into an abundance of vigor, vitality, and courage. Okay. Um, Realizing you're stronger than you could ever realize. Uh, and I think this could also represent coming into great wealth by doing what brings you excitement and what you really love. Okay. Um, yeah. Especially with the Lovers, it's almost like mastering base desires and pleasures too, and your lust, and being able to do the thing forever. Too. We could definitely say Mars and Leo energy. So that's beautiful. Okay. Next, we're gonna do pile 2. Okay. Root revelation. Root revelation. Okay. Pile 2, what is the root revelation of you that we have of you, that you're rocking with, that you're doing? Okay. Interesting. Calm, still, you almost feel invisible. We do have the Hierophant. Okay. The Hierophant, pile 2, is that whereas pile 1 is more like the divine feminine, whether they're male or female, right? and just taps in very powerfully, internally, intuitively. Pile 2, you have the sacred keys. You kind of ground the orthodoxy of tradition and bring the organization. So there's this for Pile 2, this could be connected to anything you've inherited ancestrally. Certain, it's just like learning how to run shaman circles. You know what I mean? Like, you have the keys that people come to with knowledge. So I feel like with the Hierophant here at your root core, there could be, a tradition that you establish. There's some sense of knowledge that you are going to create an organization around. And I like the contrast with the High Priestess, because the Hierophant is definitely going to really bring out more of, let's say, maybe doing things by the book, and possibly even coming into, for some of you, like a new way of doing a tradition, or just kind of preparing yourself to become the leader of a gang, maybe a violent gang, but an organization nonetheless. So for sacral authority, what we have is, of course, the Wheel of Fortune. And there's this powerful expansion here and evolution that, unlike Pile 1 with the Lovers, that's going to really flow and connect their mind and heart and not be at odds. You're going to expand and evolve your sacral chakra. The sacral authority is almost like, for you, I guess, especially because you're very grounded in your root, right? Pile 1 got the moon, so it's intuitive. Pile 2, your root is very grounded. It's very grounded in core values and tradition, right? And so the sacral authority expands. It's like your sexual libido, your ability to kind of like grasp that can constantly grow and grow forever. It like can level up. This also is a core aspect of luck for you, fortune. Whenever you want to really command that, you just get into, I wouldn't even say your feelings, just that sea of chi, that sacral authority. Okay, so I think maybe instead of holding it back and fighting it, you're going to allow it. It could feel like you're being overwhelmed and taken over by your own like energy, emotion, and you're just going to have it expand, but like masterfully. So what is the wealth revelation for you? We have the star, baby, which is why. So the star is talking about powerful recognition, the revelation of spiritual gifts. Pile 1 is like Leo. It's more creative, right? It's wealth through very creative and passionate means. And this is Aquarius, Pile 2. This is like dreams coming true. It's definitely speaking of, inspiration after the dark of the tower. And this is just like unlimited band, it's really achieving fame and notoriety and living your dreams. There's this superstar quality here and a lot of star power that we're picking up here. So Pile 2, that's very notable. And to know that you're grounded on very solid values, I think with the Wheel of Fortune, you can like turn it on Maybe it doesn't turn on and off because you can't turn it off, but like you can just level it up instantly. You can just really like be on go. All right. Which is like, whoa. All right. So pile three. Yeah. Ha. So pile three, like, what's the root revelation of you, right? What is the root core? What is like the root philosophy of the Dasafi? What is the root revelation you will be unveiling, okay, into who you are, what you are, why you are. Mm. Hmm. Mm. This root revelation we see is very dynamic. At your core, you are victorious. You are the victory. I like these different themes because Power One, once again, is very intuitive. It's embedded in mystery, right? It's the invisible whisper that guides you at every point at the right time, subconsciously and somewhat consciously. Pile two is very rooted and grounded and standing, where pile three, your root, you're constantly moving forward. You're constantly breaking through into the finish line. Even as much as pile three, people may try and impede your progress, diminish your victory, uh, and even just outright lie and say whatever, you keep winning. You keep winning, pile three. At your core, you are definitely someone who, and that's the thing, the root revelation through these cards are going to be revealed through these experiences. So for pile one, it's going to be a very mystical experience, a very mystical, intuitive revelation. For pile two, it's going to be like this very grounded establishment of core philosophical values and just really the keys. You're going to be granted the keys to the castle, to lead. And pile three, this root revelation is literally achieving victory. Come like really stepping in and revealing the willpower and determination to like take seize action victory through whatever motion that you step through, and that action is going to reveal like, whoa, I did that. I do this. And the revelation, pile one's revelation, they have to trust themselves, right? And be receptive. Pile two, they have to do things in alignment to their values, right? To really maintain this. Pile three, you just have to keep winning. You can't get distracted by any previous victories or immediate gratification. You just have to, honor that root core and just keep on pushing forward with the momentum. So you're going to gain some serious momentum and you just want to keep it pushing. So what is this sacral authority that really kind of pushes us forward relative to this? Okay, we have temperance. And with temperance here, this is alchemy. It's a very fair, balanced sacral authority that really allows you to integrate fully perhaps scenarios and emotions that you may not be used to incorporating together. I feel like with the Chariot card, it sustains this momentum in a way that allows you to kind of incorporate a lot in your lifestyle and this card is about having one foot in the water and one foot on land, like integrating the subconscious and conscious. So I think like it's gonna allow for a sustenance and integration of every step forward, and being able to break through for sure, but immediately allocate like what comes with it. It's like I get like a cool humidifier fan. It's very peaceful. You have like a very tranquil and peaceful sacral authority. Yeah. What was Paul Twos? Yeah, Paul Twos was constantly expanding. So the wealth revelation for you is the Emperor. Especially with the Chariot, right? The Emperor is saying that there is a complete dominance and authority over the wealth that you have. And now I feel like with the Temperance, this is like literally good management. So you're not just coming into a lot of money and like blowing it on booze, whores, and strippers and coke. You know what I'm saying? You're blowing it on booze, whores, and coke, but with a budget. You know what I'm saying? Like with a budget. You're not like just spending your life savings on, OnlyFans models. But maybe on a budget, you'll do like one. I mean, you're just managing your finances very good. You're managing your life very good. And you're not letting like the forward motion of these victories derail you. You know what I mean? And that's where with the Emperor, you have it all together. You have it all together. Like you even have like a crack rock budget. You know what I mean? Like you're not addicted to crack cocaine and you don't smoke it every day, but you do have a nice little budget of like 150 or $500 or $200 every month. And like every other 2 weeks, you could do some crack. You can hit some crack. So it's not like you're a crackhead because you're doing crack every day, but maybe like every 2.5 weeks, you do a little crack. You do a little crack. You know what I'm saying? You do a little like you freebase some meth. You know what I'm saying? You don't do it like every day. Just do it like a little bit. Maybe you like microdose crack. You know what I mean? And because you have a budget, you don't just lose all your money in the throes of addiction. And now it like spices up your life. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you do like a little bump of coke, like, or you can just smoke some crack. You know what I'm saying? And like now, because you have the legitimacy and the authority with the discipline, doing a little bit of crack isn't going to like throw you off your focus because you're very balanced here with the Temperance card. Ignore my ashiness. You're managing things. You don't have to go like cold turkey. You know what I'm saying? You won't get like meth mouth because you're doing meth like all the time. It's just like maybe every third Thursday when it's a full moon. And I just kind of feel, and I'm doing like a little bit of meth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing like so much that I'm not even addicted, because after I do that, I'm going to run on the treadmill and detox. You know what I'm saying? It's like very responsible. You know what I mean? And you can do anything with moderation, and you can do anything on a budget. Okay, it like a functional crack semi-addict, but that's like very successful though, very functional. It's like you're the CEO of like a Fortune 500 company, and people are asking you like, we've never seen anyone produce this much efficiency. Like, what's your secret? Like, how is it that you do this so well? And you're like, I'm going to be honest with you. I smoke a little crack like every Thursday, but I don't smoke crack at all again. And I work out and I make sure that like I'm clear minded. I meditate. And like, you know, every 2 weeks I smoke a little crack and it just gives me the boost that I need to like really take it there. You know what I mean? And this moderation is just a testament to how what you're manifesting and how you're owning this wealth with the wealth breakthrough. Nobody can tell you what to do. I'm hearing wait till I get my money right. You can't tell me nothing, because like nobody, if nobody gave you a job, like you're very stable. Like you literally like own whatever you're doing. Okay, so very dope. Okay, if we're not aiming to afford crack, what are we even here for? You know what I mean? Like, if a crackhead can believe in their dreams, how can you not? Okay, so pile four. All right, what is this? What is this root core revelation with you, for you, of you? Right? What is this root core revelation that you possess that will be revealed? Power forward fan, all that is crazy. Oh my god. All right, yo, you were right. The hangman. This is literally fan. Okay. This root core, and this is very deeply significant. So this root core revelation is a never-ending unraveling of dissolvement that will forever have you surrender to yourself. So that's very significant. Like, unlike Pal 2, that's like this grounded principle. Like, we have this and we have this. At your root core, you can literally surrender to how powerful you are. And this might personally be like, it could have evoked fear, where your root chakra put you in situations where you had nothing to do but surrender. I think for some of you, this card will resonate if you don't necessarily know why in certain situations you're just jammed into situations where there's nothing else you can do but to just kind of let go and like really, accept everything that's out your power, right? And if you actually resonate with that, then this hangman is your root chakra that is revealing to you that every time you surrender to the core of your being, everything more than works out. There's almost like this weight that's released that I feel from you. It's just like this, it's just like this eternal trust that you have in your own self. And it's kind of crazy because the vision I'm seeing of you is like somebody pulls a gun in your face, and I see you taking a deep breath, like you're in a situation that's clearly beyond your control, and someone has a gun in your face and they will shoot at a moment's notice. And instead of getting filled up with anxiety, instead of like figuring out where to run, you immediately just give up. You immediately just release to your own self. You don't give up to the other person. You're just like, oh, whatever happens, happens. Okay. And then the person with the gun takes a step and slips on a soda can and smashes their face on the concrete. And now they're knocked out. All because you just fully surrendered. Almost as if like you fully surrendering is the safest thing you can do, because you can literally trust yourself like that. And if and that's the scary thing. Like if you did anything else, you probably would have been shot and killed. Like if you try to run away, if you try to take the gun away, you probably would have died. But like you just said, like I surrender to the truth that I will be a-okay. And I'm like, that's your power root for. You can be like, I'm not getting touched in this situation. I'm walking out clean. And you just surrender to that. You're just like, I don't know how I'm going to do that, but that's it. And, you know, it's like, that's how it's going to induce for you. And you're going to feel like this immortal sense of like you being able to just release anxiety from situations out your control. And it really kind of just immediately shift your perspective of it. Okay. So, it's definitely transcending you to a higher version of yourself and transforming yourself. The sacral authority, oh my God. The sacral authority that we see here is justice. I like this because it's a little bit like Pal 3, where both justice and temperance here are very balanced, right? But unlike Pal 3, that their sacral chakra is more moderate, it practices great moderation and great management. It's able to kind of work with elements. Pal 4, the sacral authority comes with the law. It's like whatever you decide and structure is fair and balanced for a situation. It almost provides that balance. It's almost like your energy field and authority creates peace and it rectifies imbalances. So it's going to bring up anything that's unfair or imbalanced, and you feeling good kind of balance situations. I think that's very powerful to have with this hangman, really trusting in yourself. Okay. And the outcome, the wealth revelation we have is the Empress once again. Okay. The Empress, which is like, for wealth, a lot of abundant wealth. Pal 3 has an emphasis on, authority over that wealth and autonomy. And Pal 3, you're just like achieving, attracting, and receiving everything you want. Especially with this surrender, it's like, you know what? I want a new car and I want this model. And you just surrender to it. You don't care about how. You know what I'm saying? You feel when to take the right actions, and boom, it's just given to you. Just like that. Your value attracts that, right? Which is beautiful. So that's what we got, guys. This was a really dope cosmic energy tune-up, I would imagine, and I do think so. So I have the original link to the video in the description box below on my YouTube. And then, I have all power. I have all knowledge. I have all presence, or I have all magic. And loop that, run that. You can use that from the new moon in Taurus to the full moon in Scorpio. And if you want enhanced results, you can listen to this tune-up every day, just like the first part of this tune-up, and loop that every day from the new moon to the full moon over the next 2 weeks. And I promise you, you will see results. I literally just gave you the blueprint. If you actually do that for 2 weeks, if you at the very least just loop that affirmation and even listen to this, you don't need to listen to this more than once, so you're good. But if you listen to this once a day for 2 weeks, by 2 weeks from now, you will have achieved and broken through the all wealth spell. Okay, so I prepared this for the new moon. This is all our energy co-opted into this modern magic. You guys stay blessed as always. All right. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow, I think, for the new moon ceremony. Thank you, Monique. And until next time, peace.